Hi, Jim Kinnearum here with Meet and Greet Your Farmer in Harwich on March 23rd. It looks like we have close to 150, 200 people here today. This is Meet Your Farmer, brought to you on Channel 99, your local channel on Cape Cod. I'm standing here right now with Michelle Koch. She is one of the writers for Cape Cod Edible, and she writes about local farmers and local individuals that have a lot to do with sustainability and farming on Cape Cod. Michelle, thank you for coming today. What did you think of what's going on here?
Oh, it's just great. I think this year more than ever, people are just so ready for it all to start. I know I am. I'm here, I've got my arugula, and it's just great to see all the excitement. People are online to get in.
Right.
So.
Well, is this your first time here, or is this your fourth time coming?
No, it's my first time. I was actually at the science fair at the Museum of Science in Brewster and working over there, and I tried to leave early so I could get over here to catch it.
Right.
And it's wonderful.
Well, Michelle, thank you for coming today. Spring's just around the corner, we hope. Yesterday we got 6 inches of snow, and today we got 43-degree temperature.
Time to get the seeds in.
So, Michelle, we'll see you up at the Orleans Farmers Market. Now, you're at the Orleans Farmers Market, correct?
Orleans, Wellfleet, and this year new to Truro.
New to Truro. And what
Yeah.
do you grow and sell?
Lots of flowers, and then I do some whole grain baking too, and some gluten-free things.
Okay, just for my information and for the public's information, where can they get a hold of Michelle, and what's the name of your little farm?
My little farm is Sea Turtle Farm, and you can catch me in Orleans in a few weeks. That would be the best way.
Okay. Hey, Jan, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Jan Rollins is the You're doing what?
I said I'm doing well.
Thank you. Jan Rollins is my treasurer for the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau. She's also a director. And the name of your farm is what?
Hidden Acres Farm
And where would Hidden Acres Farm be?
on Upper County Road in Dennisport.
Dennisport. And what's your specialty? We know you have a number of them, but what's your specialty?
Well, I would say probably the yarn that I sell,
Yep.
and also herbs, and I sell really good
Green
beans.
beans.
Yes,
Green
green beans.
And you making goat's soap, I see?
No, it's hogwash actually.
Hogwash?
Yes, it was made from lard from the pig.
Nice, nice. Now you have horses.
Yes.
You have boar, goats.
I have 2 goats, that are pregnant and due in May.
Yep,
And then I will have goat milk
yep,
and cheese.
yep. And you have a
And
flock of chickens. You
I
sell
do.
eggs.
Yes.
And if anybody needs their fence replaced, she's Eagle Fence in Upper County Road in Dennisport. Jan, thank you for spending some time with me today here. And make sure this summer when you're out and about, go to Hidden Acres Farm on Upper County Road in Dennis. Thank you. Hi, we are with the Cape Cod Lavender Farm, and you are located where?
In Harwich,
And
off of Route 124.
okay, and you grow.
We grow lavender. We have seven different varieties that we grow, and we sell plants, and we sell fresh lavender by the bunch when we harvest.
Yes.
And we sell about 30 other products, lavender products.
What type of products?
We sell food products, a marmalade we have that the Cape Cod Cranberry Harvest makes for us. It's
Yeah.
a special lavender lemon marmalade. We have candles, body products, bath salts, neck pillows.
Now, do you have a farm stand on your farm?
We do.
And what are your hours and your time
we're-
this season?
We open April 1st, and we're open every day from 10 to 5, 7 days through Columbus Day.
Through Columbus Day.
Mm-hmm.
And how many, do you have acres of lavender?
I have 12 acres with 7 areas of lavender.
On
There's
Cape
small
Cod,
areas.
12 acres with 7 areas of lavender
Right.
growing.
It's not 12 acres of lavender.
But
It's
you
wooded.
have 12 acres on Cape Cod,
That's
which
correct.
is amazing feat in
Right.
itself.
Absolutely.
How long has Cape Cod Lavender Farm been in existence?
We've been 18 years now.
18 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, have you seen the times change a little bit in the
Oh,
farming
definitely.
industry?
Oh, in the farming?
And
Yeah, the farming, everything is coming forth now really nicely. When I first started, lavender was not as well known. Now herbs and lavender and gardening and farming is all definitely had a nice growth. It's been good.
Now, do you do any farmers markets?
I used to. I don't now.
That's a good thing. You've grown
Which
to the
is, I
point
have
where
to stay home. Yeah, it's a.
And if they wanted to get a hold of Cape Cod Lavender Farm, do you have a website?
We have a website, CapeCodLavenderFarm.com, and we have a Facebook, Cape Cod Lavender Farm, and you can call us on our telephone.
Okay, you're in the phone book.
We're in the phone book.
Been my pleasure to meet you. Your name again was?
My name is Cynthia Sutphin.
Cynthia, thank
Nice
you for
to
coming
meet you.
today.
Yep, thanks for having us.
Yes. All right. Hi. We are at Sea Wind Meadows Farm, which is in East Dennis. It's Jerry and Laura McDowell May, and this is the May's children. You are?
Miriam,
And you are?
Italy.
And they are running the booth today. What's Sea Wind Meadows Farm specialty? I know you guys raise a special crop, and it's on 4 legs. What would that crop be?
We raise Scottish Highland cattle.
Tell us a little bit about your Scottish Highlander cattle.
They have low fat content, and it's yeah.
Low fat, low
Yes.
cholesterol, leaner meat.
Yes.
Right. Now, you guys are known for having award-winning livestock, and because you guys travel all over the place. You do all your local fairs, but you do a New York State Fair.
Yes, and we do nationals and internationals in
Now-
Kentucky and Denver.
In Kentucky and Denver.
Yes.
Kentucky and Denver. Kentucky's 1,000 miles, Denver's 2,500 miles.
Yes.
And you guys just got back from...
We just got back from Denver in January.
Right. Amazing. It's just amazing that on Cape Cod we have Scottish Highlander cattle that are leaner, lower in fat content, lower in cholesterol. Now, you guys are involved with the Barnstable County Extension through 4-H. What's the name of your 4-H group?
We are Cape Cod Livestock, and
Cape Cod Livestock.
we base our club off of animal science, and we show beef cattle.
You show beef cattle.
Yes.
Oh, now you'll show at the Barnstable County Fair.
Yes, we will.
And what other fairs will you show at locally?
For 4-H, we just do Barnstable County. We might do some others, but Barnstable County's our main
Right.
focus.
Now, in 4-H, you guys are responsible for doing a project every year. You have to do a
Yes.
developmental project of some sort. What's your project?
I am showing a Scottish Highland Angus cross and a Hereford Simmental Highland cross,
Yeah.
and we will be showing them at the Big E.
And you'll be showing them at the Big E. Now, are
Yes.
these heifers, steers, bull calves, commercial cows?
These are steers.
Steers. Now, a steer, what happens to a steer?
The steers, they're the beef animals.
And what happens to the steer when it gets to be 1,500 pounds?
They will be processed.
Processed. Then that means it goes, you guys take it to a USDA processing facility.
Yes.
And then it gets butchered,
Yes.
processed, and because you've raised it, you will sell the meat at local farmers markets.
Yes, we will.
Or at home, and you're licensed to do that because
Yes.
your mother has made sure that's all done. Now, what's your project this year?
I'm doing a Scottish Highland purebred heifer.
Yeah.
I got her in Montana this year.
Yeah.
And I'm also doing a Angus Highland cross steer
Yeah. And the heifer you'll keep for
breeding.
breeding, and you'll show her at the Big E, and you'll
Yes.
show her locally, and you'll show her in
Nationals
New York,
and-
New York State, and you'll go to Kentucky, and you'll go to Denver, and any place else that you guys can. If you're winning, you're going to go to all of them.
Yes.
And is that your hope?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Now, what colors are these Scottish Highlander cattle?
They come in silver, black, red, blonde, white.
And they have long, flowing hair.
Yes.
They're like the woolly mammoth of the cattle industry.
Yes. And
Now,
large horns.
right. Now, they are native of Scotland.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to add to this little interview?
Covered most of it.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, great. Well, it's been a pleasure. I've known you kids since you were little, and it's amazing to see how you've blossomed into nice, beautiful young women. And I hope and wish you the best, because you know why? Alex isn't showing this year, and that's my daughter. Thank you for your time.
Good luck. Can I get a picture of the sign?
Yes. All right. Here we are with the Barnstable County 4-H. This young lady, her name is?
My name is Shauna.
And you are with who?
I'm with the Barnstable County 4-H Cape Cod Livestock Club.
Cape Cod Livestock Club. And today you are out here promoting.
What 4-H is.
Now,
And
what is 4-H?
4-H is just a club with a lot of different clubs around everywhere in the United States where kids can get together and talk about animals and stuff they like to do.
Right. And they teach you. Do you know the 4-H pledge?
Yes.
Why don't you say it?
I pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to greater service, and my health to the better living of my country, my community, my country, and my world, I think.
Very good. And those are the words that this country needs to live by because farmers do. Thank you for your time today and have a good time. Hi, we are at Tuckaway Farm booth. Tuckaway Farm is owned by Mark and Holly Coleman, and they are in Harwich, North Harwich to be exact. Mark, tell us a little bit about your farm.
It's a pretty simple operation. It's a hobby that's gotten out of hand, and we're trying to stay with the common vegetables that everybody likes, and it's working out pretty well.
Now, where are you located at?
Barclay Way and Depot Street, North Harwich.
And you have a little self-serve farm stand there?
Correct. It was fairly small last year. We're in the throes of building a new one right now. It's actually going to be mounted on a farm wagon, and we're hoping that it's going to be pretty attractive. That'll be complete shortly. The stand will be out and open right around the end of May, early June, depending on the weather and depending on how quickly things come in. And last year we closed everything up Thanksgiving Day, and hopefully we'll do the same this year.
You're one of the better farmers on Cape Cod that cooperate. You cooperate with a number of farmers on Cape Cod, and it's been an honor and a pleasure to do business with you, Mark. I wish you all the luck this year.
Likewise.
And
I appreciate your assistance as well.
Right. Well, anytime that you are in Harwich, in North Harwich, self-serve, honor system, don't steal from the farmer because they work hard enough as it is. But stop in and see Tuckaway Farm in North Harwich. Thank you for your time, Mark.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm standing here with Mr. Thatcher, and you are Thatcher Cranberries, and you're a cranberry grower for who?
Ocean Spray.
And how many years have you been growing cranberries on the Cape?
About 55.
Now, did anybody prior to you and your family grow cranberries?
No, my father did a work on bog and picked them, but he never had any bugs.
Right. Now, how many acres of cranberries do you have in Harwich?
I have 30.
30.
Yeah.
And you do, and you've been doing it for 55 years.
Yeah.
Now, is this nice, beautiful young lady going to come up and she's going to go out and pick the bogs this year?
She has already.
So it's a generational thing.
That's right. They work or get out.
Yep, work or get out. Now, you have grandchildren that help too, or you
Yes,
tell
I
them to
do.
work and get out?
No, I have a grandson that helps us every year.
I see today that you're supplying some condiments from Ocean Spray. You've been an Ocean Spray grower all along?
We own Ocean Spray.
You own Ocean Spray.
It's
Now explain how that works with these Ocean Spray growers.
It's a farmers co-op,
Yep,
and we all own stock in the company,
yep,
and we elect directors that run the company for us.
okay.
And most of them are growers.
Now, were you ever director?
No, I wasn't. I'm not smart enough.
Well, I wouldn't say that. A little common sense goes a lot further than a lot of these high-paid people that got college educations.
But it's been very good to us, and I'm glad I joined.
Right. Now, I know your daughter here because she does a couple farmers markets and things. She's out doing things. When you were a child, did your father make you pull weeds out of the bog?
Yes, we had to do everything as a kid. We started lugging empty boxes onto the bog, and when we could pick up a full one, then we started lugging full ones off the bog.
Now, is all of your crop a dry pick or a wet pick?
No, we do about half and half wet, half dry. So we have half fresh fruit and half processed.
Now, explain to the viewers what happens to a dry pick berry versus a wet pick berry.
Dry pick berry, we only dry pick our best berries. They have to qualify for fresh fruit. Fresh fruit meaning that is the dry fruit that you get in the cello bags on the shelf in the grocery store.
Yep.
And the only fruit that goes in those bags is dry picked cranberries. They can't get wet after they come off the vine.
Right.
Then the wet picked berries, they go right into process. They go into a big vat and they get processed into juice and sauce.
Right. Interesting. Now, cranberries, they're sold how? By the box? By the barrel. Now, how big is a barrel?
A barrel's 100 pounds.
100 pounds. And a box is
That's
30?
a third barrel box over there.
Third barrel box.
This is a quarter barrel box.
Okay.
But we don't sell it in boxes anymore. We sell them in big plastic bins now.
Right. Well, that's the way the world's gone.
Right.
Now, how many siblings does your parents have?
I have a brother and a sister. My brother is taking over the business.
Yep.
And I just help during harvest season.
Yep.
And I have my little baking stuff. I bake cranberry baked goods.
Right.
My sister is, she harvests once in a while, but
Right.
she's not really involved.
Right.
My son harvests with us every year, Caleb, and he helps a lot.
All right. Now, this is, how old is that cranberry scoop?
150 years.
Did
Yeah.
you use that when you was a kid? Or when you...
Yeah, I've used it.
Right.
When I was a kid, we used to hire guys to come and scoop our ditch rows with those.
Right.
So they're still in use. We go out and we do tests to see if our fruit's
Samples.
got color.
Right, samples
Got
for
enough color, yeah.
Right. All right.
We still use those.
Right. One last question. Cranberries have become hybridized over the years. They come with a different variety. Is there any particular varieties that you're growing?
We're still growing the old ones,
And what are the old ones?
early blacks.
Early black.
Yeah, and they're the best color and the best flavor and the best, but they're not the best producer.
Right. But early blacks are native to where?
Cape Cod and
And how many years have they been harvesting cranberries on Cape Cod?
I'd say 100 anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Commercially. But prior to that, they would pick wild cranberries 200-300 years ago when the sailors and they would use the cranberries.
Most of your ship captains had a bog,
Yeah.
and when they tied up for the winter, their crew would work on the bog.
Yeah. Well, ocean spray cranberries are sold how far in this world?
As far as you can go.
Thank you very much for your time, and it's a pleasure to meet you as a fellow farmer.
We'll come again.
You too.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. This is Rebecca, and Rebecca is from where?
Pleasant Lake Farm,
And Pleasant Lake Farm is where?
Harwich.
Harwich. And who farms Pleasant Lake Farm? Who's the brains behind Pleasant Lake Farm? And
Well,
who
that
does
would
the,
be me, Jim.
and
Rebecca.
and who does all the brawn?
That would be Skipper Lee.
And Skipper Lee is your better half.
Yes, he is.
He's a tugboat captain.
Yes, he is.
And you get stuck shoveling the shit.
I do.
Well, that's great.
It's
now,
an honest day's work.
Now, where can everybody find Pleasant Lake Farm?
Pleasant Lake Farm, you can find on our website. The directions are available to you. And we're down headwaters opposite the tech school. We have our own farm stand on the property where you can find our certified organic vegetables, beef, pork, and eggs.
Yep. And you sell at the farm stand.
Yes, we do.
And you process Scottish Highlander cattle, just like the other farmers here on the Cape.
Exactly.
Right. And if they want to get a hold of you, they have to get a hold of you through your website.
They can.
And your website is?
www.pleasantlake.farm.com.
Rebecca, you're as beautiful as always.
Thank you, Jim.
It's nice to get fresh with a local farmer. Hi, Jim again here with Barry who?
Viprino.
And where are you from, Barry?
Orleans, Massachusetts.
And what have you been doing with your life the last year?
Farming with you.
Oh, and what else have you been trying to do?
Set up my own aquaponics farm on Main Street in Brewster.
And how successful is that coming?
It's great. Great. The USDA office at the FSA office in Wareham is doing a beginning farmer loan with me.
Nice. And when you talk about hydroponics and aquaponics, what is it you're trying to do?
I'm trying to grow aquaponics, which would be fish growing in fish tanks about a foot deep, which would then have plants floating in rafts on top, as well as in a stone media bed for the heavier plants like tomatoes or squash. what will happen is the fish waste will feed the plants, and the plant waste with the leaves and stems and the red wiggler worms will then feed the fish. So it's a closed loop system. No added feed is necessary.
Right. Now, this is really innovative. This is really stretching fish growing and everything else. It's really the newest thing coming along.
It's the newest thing to America, but it actually predates the Egyptians. It goes back to Sumerian times.
Right. And how big is this beautiful little high tunnel greenhouse you're putting up?
It's a 15-foot tall high tunnel that is 35 feet wide and 198 feet long.
And you're going to be located in what town?
Main Street in Brewster.
And the name of your farm is?
Resilient Family Farms.
And do you have a website or an email address?
I have an email address. It is B as in Barry, D as in Dino, VIPRINO @gmail.com.
All right. Anytime anybody want to get a hold of Barry, this is up and coming, folks. Up and coming. Yep. Barry, best of luck to you, and it's been a long haul for the last year. I'll talk to you later.
Take care.
Bye. Tina, I'm standing here at the Cape Cod Cranberry Harvest Jelly Girls booth. We are at the meet and greet in Harwich, March 23rd at 10 to 3, and it looks like there's still 100 and some people here. What does Tina do?
My business partner, Debbie Greiner, and I make homemade cranberry jellies in her home here in Harwich. We buy all of our cranberries locally from the Thatcher family in Harwich. Yep. We have 22 different flavors of all cranberry-based jellies.
Now, do you have a website?
We do. It's www.cranberryharvest.com.
And you do a number of farmers markets, and you're in a number of retail outlets.
Yes, we are. We're in about 40 to 50 stores around the Cape, and we also do a lot of business on our website, but we also do quite a few craft shows and a lot of local farm markets.
Which markets are you anchored in?
We'll be here in Harwich this year, as well as in Bass River, and we'll be at the Chatham Market as well.
Tina, you've got customers. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
And it's been a good season last year, and hopefully you'll have a better season this year.
Thank you very
Maybe
much.
next year you'll have your own bogs. Hi, I'm Jim here with Cape Cod Salt Works. If everybody remembers, they don't remember because Cape Cod Salt Works is an ancient form of recovering salt from seawater. And I'm with Jan, and I'm with Penny. And they are the creators and the brains behind Cape Cod Sea Salt, because here's the brawn right here, Richard. Give us a little history about sea salt and the Cape Cod Sea Salt.
John Sears in Dennis started harvesting sea salt in the 1700s. People thought he was pretty crazy to do it, and it turned out he was very successful, and there were about 800 salt works on the Cape by the 1800s. Right. And so we've just revived this ancient way of making the salt, 100% pure and additive free, right. Salty and briny and delicious.
Right. Now, you guys you have taken on a lot of retail outlets, but your mainstay is a lot of farmers markets.
A lot of farmers markets. Jan, you want to talk about the markets?
Right. Sure.
Sure. Well, the farmers markets are where we started, and that's how our business has grown, is through the farmers markets. And this is our first winter without them. We can't wait for the spring.
Right. Now, this winter has been a little rough on the evaporation process.
It has.
And the heat process
right.
for local farmers that have growing also.
Exactly.
You guys, what are your number one? You only do one variety, Cape Cod Sea Salt.
Right.
And you guys have expanded. You're working a little bit with capabilities down in Dennis.
Yes, we are. We're looking forward to having some evaporators at the capabilities location and working with those folks.
Right. It's wonderful, wonderful.
So people can come and see how the salt is made in a micro way that they used to do it.
Right. Now, if anybody's interested in Cape Cod Salt Works, how does the general public, and by the way, these folks are also Cape and Islands Farm Bureau members.
Of course.
And I'm a firm believer that harvesting water from the sea is just another form of farming. So how can we get a hold of Cape Cod Salt Works?
best way to get a hold of us is through our website, and that's www.capecodsaltworks.com. We're also on Facebook, and when we have a minute, we also tweet on Twitter. We tweet.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure again seeing you, Penny
Jim.
and Jan.
Thank you,
And
Jim.
you guys stay out of trouble, and you guys keep up the good work. Ed Osmond is here with E&T Farms. Ed was the first show that I was fortunate to film out in the field. Ed, how you doing today?
Good.
How's the winter been?
Cold.
Cold.
A lot of snow.
A lot of snow, and you've recovered.
Working on it.
If anybody's interested, go to YouTube, Google Cape Cod Farmer. You can see the whole episode of E&T Farm. Now, that is at YouTube, Meet the Cape Cod Farmer, E&T Farms. Ed, it was good seeing you again. How's today? Good. Working out?
Yeah. We brought a little slideshow.
Great.
People can see what we do.
Great. Keep up the good work, Ed. Hi, I'm with Eldridge Farm. Jeff, give us a little history of Eldridge Farm.
Eldridge Farm has been in business since 2006. I was kind of like a little frontiersman out there because the old farm that used to be there was basically a goat farmer and did some blueberries and stuff like that and kind of lived off the land, had gardens. So we had to do a lot of clearing. We make our own soil and compost. We grow our own annuals and perennials and hanging baskets, and we have a CSA that we invite people to come out and pick up their vegetables each week. And if you're a CSA member, you get a discount on the flowers. And we love it. I'm working towards hiring some more special needs kids. That's the end goal of Eldridge Farm.
Right, you work with capabilities.
That's correct. You introduced me to Noel, and Noel is one of our helpers. That
he's a farmhand.
Yes, that's right. He does awesome job. So
how can we get a hold of Eldridge Farm?
You can go to eldridgefarm.com. You can find us on Eldridge Farm Facebook, or you can call me at 508-760-2696. That's my landscape business, Starboard Side Landscaping. That's the best way.
And you're in Dennis. Starboard Side is in Dennis.
Dennis.
And your farm is in Harwich.
Harwich and Brewster, yep.
And the name of your landscaping business?
Starboard Side Landscaping.
And by the way, Jeff Eldridge is also a director for the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau. He is one of the people that's very instrumental in bringing locally grown, nutritionally, buy fresh, buy local to the Cape. He works very hard at advocating for it, and I love getting fresh with a local farmer. I'm standing here with Jeff Deck. We were very fortunate to do the second outside viewing of Meet the Cape Cod Farmer with Jeff Deck of Not Enough Acres. How are things going this past week, Jeff?
It's going pretty good. The snow's kind of setting us back, though, a little bit. We keep wanting to plant out in the fields, but you just can't do it when it's got 8 inches of snow out there.
Right. Now we got 10 inches of mud.
And now we got 10 inches of mud. But we're happy to announce that we're working the farm now for 300 years. It's our 300th year in season. So
nice. 300 year now. It's a Kroll farm,
it's
and
a Kroll farm.
like the Eldridges, the Krolls, they came over on the Mayflower or something close to it.
And the land is original King's Division.
Right.
Now we're open year round, selling spinach, and of course you saw the spinach in the field.
Now you're the president of the Mid-Cape Farmers Market.
I am the
and we are very
president.
fortunate to have a new manager this year, Steve.
He's our new market manager.
Market managers. Tell us a little bit about the Mid-Cape Farmers Market.
Well, it's going to be on Main Street and in front of the First Baptist Church Wednesdays from 2 to 4, and it's pretty much 2 to 6, sorry. 2 to 6, I'm the new manager, so pardon my little mistakes. And it's a great location. Last year it was very busy, so I know that everybody is planning or hoping to have a busy summer and a productive summer as well this year. So
now you have taken it upon yourself to write a book. Tell us a little bit about your book.
Thank you very much. in conjunction with the Barnstable Historical Society, we put together a book on the town of Barnstable. And if you're familiar with Arcadia Publishers, basically they publish books that you would call it a graphic novel as opposed to a regular novel. And it's got about 200 images in it, backed up with heavy descriptions of the photos. So we've got pretty much good coverage of all the 7 villages, including the Barnstable County Fair, which has its own chapter and whatnot. So this is coming out April 15th, next month, as a matter of fact.
And where will we be able to purchase that at?
You'll be able to get it at the Farmers Market on Wednesdays in Hyannis, and you can get it at your local bookstores as well.
Right. Do you have a website or anything where they can contact you?
I have a website. I have actually an email here. It's barnstablehistory@gmail.com. And we also have a Facebook page up as well. And you can find that by searching Barnstable, and that should come up as one of the search options.
Well, Steve, good luck this year with the Farmers Market.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for printing a very important piece of history of Barnstable County. Agriculture started here 400 years ago.
Absolutely.
And it's nice to see that somebody's taken an interest in trying to preserve a little bit of that.
Thank you very much.
Jeff, we'll see you. Jeff is also a director of the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau. Not Enough Acres, East Dennett, off of Setsuit Neck Road.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Hi, I'm here with Donna Eaton. Donna, what's the name of your farm in Harwich?
My farm is Cedar Spring Herb Farm, Jim.
And your specialty is?
Well, herbs, all things herbal, but we specialize in medicinal herbs and culinary herbs.
Right. And you've been doing this forever?
Yeah, I've been a grower on Cape Cod for 29 years and a medicinal herbalist for 22 years.
Right. And you have a beautiful little farm there in Harwich on Long Pond?
Yes, on Long Pond Drive.
Long Pond Drive. How can they get a hold of Donna?
Through the website, cedarspringherbfarm.com, or 508-430-HERB is the telephone.
Yep.
And I am involved in a lot of things in town, but I'll be at the Harwich Farmers Market and possibly another one down the road.
Well, you have paid your dues. You have done countless farmers markets over the years, and it's nice to know that you've established yourself where your customers can come to you. You have a little farm stand and office and everything right there at your farm. And Donna, it's always nice to get fresh with a local farmer.
Thanks, Jim. Good to see you.
Thank you. Come see Donna if you have any aches or pains or anything else that's ailing you, because she can tweak you up. Thanks,
Jim.
Donna. Hi, we are with Tasha and Kim, and they are with the local Barnstable County Extension Agency, and they are here representing Cape Cod Buy Fresh, Buy Local. Kim, tell us a little bit about what Buy Fresh, Buy Local is about.
Buy Fresh, Buy Local is a way for Extension to advertise our local farmers, get the people in the county familiar with the products that are out and available to them. We also have an online newsletter, which if you sign up once a month, we will let you know what different things are going on at the different farms, what products are being brought to market, what CSA sign-ups there are. That's pretty much what we do with the newsletter.
Tasha, why should people buy local?
Oh my goodness, every reason. Farms preserve open space, keep money, dollars circulating in your local economy. It's better for the environment, reducing your carbon footprint, just knowing your farmer, helping out your neighbor, and I think it tastes a lot better. Yeah.
It does take a lot. It's very nutritious for you. It's local.
Of course, yes.
Usually same day harvest.
Yep, there's a number out there that says the average piece of food travels 3,000 miles before it gets to you, so that's crazy.
Locally reduces the carbon footprint.
Absolutely.
It's sustainable.
Better for the environment, better for your neighbors, better for the economy, better for your health.
You're employing local people, or you're supporting local people who can afford them to live on Cape Cod.
Exactly.
And farming is an excellent land use.
Right, preserving open space and keeping the Cape looking like the Cape, instead of being, farms becoming strip malls and things like that.
Tasha, Kim, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
And it's been a pleasure here. You can see a whole episode with Tasha, Russell Norton, and Bill Clark on YouTube at Meet the Cape Cod Farmer. Meet the Cape Cod Farmer on YouTube. Thank you, girls.
Thank you.
I'm standing here with my beautiful wife, Susan. Susan, you are with who?
Miss Scarlett's Blue Ribbon Farm in Yarmouth Port.
And what is it that you do?
Everything that farmers do. We grow and produce everything that you can eat. Lamb, duck, goose, turkeys, chickens, pork, produce, anything from Asian greens to strawberries to lettuce, duck eggs, chicken eggs, everything that you find on a farm.
And who grows all this beautiful stuff?
Well, the farmer does. His name is Farmer Jim.
Oh, thank you. Susan, how can they get a hold of you?
Oh, definitely find me at Miss Scarlett's BlueRibbonFarm.com.
And where are you located?
Route 6A in Yarmouth Port. It's 33 acres, and it will be a farm for at least the next 20 years.
Thank you, Susan. Hi, this is Rebecca. Rebecca is the manager for the Harwich Farmers Market. Tell us a little bit about the Farmers Market, the history of the Farmers Market, and the date and the time.
Well, one of the best things about the Harwich Farmers Market is that we are under trees in a beautiful area with lots of parking. Last year we had 22 permanent full-time vendors, everything from organic cheese, 5 wonderful vegetable markets. We had you name it, you could buy it. Salt, anything you could do a whole meal by just coming by and shopping. We are on Thursdays from 3 to 6, which is convenient because the weekend's right around the corner. Right. So you come by and buy your stuff for your company. We start June 13th and we run through October 10th.
Where are you located?
We are located at the Brooks Academy in Harwich. It's a historical society right there.
Right.
And
well, you fall under the umbrella of the Historical Society.
We do. They take care of us.
Right.
And the town takes care of us very well. I have to thank the town. But it's a wonderful market because it's so diverse. And, there's herbs there. You really can come and buy your groceries there, including beef, eggs, all of it.
Now, if anybody's interested in getting information on the Harwich Farmers Market, where can they go? Do we have a website or?
We are teaming up with the high school, and I'll be wrong with names, right down the road here that does the technical high school.
Yep, Cape Cod Tech.
And they are doing our website, and we're paying them so the students learn, and we're learning too. And so it's almost up and running. It'll be HarwichFarmersMarket.com.
Okay.
Right now we have a Facebook page. You can like us on that. And if you need more information, the Brooks Academy, the Harwich Historical Society, is where you call. And if you're here today, I'll hand out anything.
Right. Thank you, Rebecca. You're an excellent, and they have music and things.
Oh, we have the most wonderful, from chamber music to bluegrass, hammered dulcimers.
But the farmers market, the Harwich Farmers Market, is about community. It's about sustainability. It's about supporting the locals. It's about supporting the tourists. We have. It's just a very peaceful experience for everybody.
That's what I said. We're in that gorgeous location, and you will find everybody is a family there.
Right. So thank you, Rebecca. You're doing a good job. Hi, we're here with the Harwich Conservation Trust, and we're with Michael Locke, and he is the Conservation
Director. Yep, for the nonprofit land trust. We've been here now for 25 years in Harwich, so it's a big year for us, 2013.
Give us a little history of what the Harwich Conservation Trust is about and where you come from, where you're going.
Sure, Jim. Well, and first I might add that we're thrilled to have been co-sponsors with you, the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau.
It's always exciting.
On this Meet Your Local Farmers event, so it's terrific. 1988 is when the Harwich Conservation Trust was founded by volunteers from all walks of life, coming together, common purpose, to try and protect lands, protect water quality, scenic views, walking trails, wildlife habitat, all of those elements, the combination of which really contribute to the quality of life we have here on the Cape. And we've been working on saving land. We've been working with some farmers as well. We feel that there's a common ground there, if you will, between farmers and the conservation community. We're both about trying to protect our resources, use them to the best of our abilities, and
You've saved something pretty special in Harwich here recently, a herring brook.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you want to
Yeah.
talk a little bit about
Yeah,
that?
sure,
to
sure.
give the community some information about the good things that the Conservation Trust is really doing.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. This particular one you're talking about is an acre and a half that was generously donated by Don Bates. Don Bates is a longtime resident of Harwich. He's been the coach of the high school track and field team since 1978.
Yeah.
And he had an acre and a half on what's called the Cahoon Canal. And about 250 feet along that canal, another 150 feet on Seymour's Pond. And the story goes that back in the 1850s, Harwich sea captain Alvin Cahoon, on his journeys back and forth across the Cape, he was noticing that wild cranberries were growing in wetlands and in the bottom, in the dune swales. And he thought, geez, maybe he could grow them commercially. And so he started to experiment. But on his land, on that acre and a half on the pond, he realized the pond level was too high, 2 feet too high. So what he did was he dug a canal 600 feet, 2 soccer field lengths, through to another pond, through hills sometimes 30 feet high. And so he connected this canal between the pond that was too high and a lower pond, and he lowered the water level enough to start cultivating cranberries. And that is where the first cranberry bog in Harwich started.
Nice.
And so, yeah, it's great. And now what's neat is that canal actually acts as a herring run.
Right.
So the herring are swimming upstream from pond to pond through that canal. We all know that herring are having a tough time. So now they've got a little liquid highway there to get to their spawning grounds. And now, thanks to Don, the Harwich Conservation Trust now is protecting that land on that historic Cahoon Canal.
Nice.
It's great.
Nice. How can they get a hold of you or the Harwich Conservation Trust if there's some local people that are interested in either donation money, donating land, or asking pertinent questions about conservation of their property, things like that? How can we get a hold of Michael?
One of the best ways is to check into our website. We've got so much information there, as well as contact info. HarwichConservationTrust.org. HarwichConservationTrust.org. We have free guided walk schedule. We have live animal program events coming up. We advertise things like the Meet Your Local Farmers event, all sorts of information. That's how you can get in touch with us. Yeah.
Michael.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Hi, we're standing here with the #1 farmer on Cape Cod for 11 years. His name is Leo Kahunas, Farmer Leo, in the barn with Leo and his beautiful, lovely wife, Andrea. Tell us a little bit about Cape Cod Farm Supply and Cape Cod Bog Tours and everything else, Andrea.
Well, I start the tours in April. I run them till mid-December. They're fun. I handle from one person up to 80 people we can take on. And then afterwards, I have a little shop that I've got cranberry-related items that you can purchase. And I think that's about it.
Right. Now they can get a hold of you how?
They can go online and under Cape Cod Cranberry Bog Tours. And I've got my phone number is 508-364-6474 is my cell phone, and you can go online and email me, and I will get back in touch with you.
Okay. And your location of your bogs and all that is at?
It's on Factory Road in North Harwich, and the directions are online, very simple, right off the highway, but it's over in North Harwich.
Thank you. Leo.
Yes, sir.
How is retirement doing for you? Leo Kahunas is also from Harwich. He is the assemblyman for the
Harwich representative to the Assembly of Delegates.
Assembly of Delegates. So how is retirement from the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau president going with you right now at the moment?
It's been very nice. I miss it a little bit, but I'm trying to do my best and keep my mouth shut and sit back and letting the new people that have taken over do their thing and move forward.
And who would that be?
You.
Oh, and I am who?
James Canarium.
Mr. President to you,
Mr.
Leo.
President. El Presidente.
Thank you, Leo. So,
and you're doing a great job.
So what's happening with you? What's going on with the farming and everything?
Not much. We are very much concentrating on the Cranberry Bog Tours. We're thinking about expanding the bog tour business into a agricultural tourism business to take people around and show them other farms and work with Farm Bureau and you and your farm and some other members that were here today.
Right.
And we're still just trying to carve our way through, moving forward.
Leo,
thank you. Thanks for all you're doing.
So thanks for all you're doing. You've been a good friend and a hell of a mentor.
Well, there you go. Thanks.
And I like getting
Good
fresh with
job
a
here,
real
too.
farmer.
Good job here.
You're
Good
welcome.
day.
Thank you. Hi, I'm standing here with Mike and Herb.
You're growing a lot of herbs.
We're trying to grow a lot of herbs.
Appropriate place.
And they are with Viridian, and Viridian is a seller of electricity that has a lot of good qualities, and we're going to let Mike talk about it.
Wow, thank you, Jim. Viridian is one of the suppliers that's in the marketplace that makes Viridian unique is we offer two programs, 20% and 100% renewable, and that's 20% above what is mandated by the state of Massachusetts, 8%. So it's a total of 8%. And by signing up, if residents is a small the Farm Bureau will get $2 for every meter in the program indefinitely throughout the life of the program.
$2 a month.
$2 a month for each meter. And what we try to do is we call it a win-win-win, where the individual can over time save money compared to the Cape Cod Light Compact. For residents right now, it's about 0.75% below the Cape price. The second is you're increasing your renewable component by at least 20%. Some will opt for the 100%. And the third win is they support the Farm Bureau to be able to do the things that you want to do in community outreach.
But you're green. You're
Yes.
green. You're sustainable.
Yes.
We're trying to reduce the lower carbon footprint. We have wind. We have solar.
Solar,
we have all that
hydropower. For every customer that would sign up on your main webpage through Viridian, they could put in their average kilowatt consumption, and it will automatically calculate how much of an impact they can do to reducing their carbon footprint. For myself, that uses about 12 to 14,000 kilowatts a year. My carbon reduction is over 3,000 pounds a year by going 20% renewable.
Herb, tell us how we can get a hold of you guys, or where they can find out about this.
If you go on,
great
you can go on the Farm Bureau website. There's a link to the Viridian Farm Bureau website, or our phone numbers are on there too. Mine is 508-240-1151. I'm right in New Orleans. If anybody has a question, I'll be happy to answer their questions and help them sign on.
And that's CapeCodFarms.com. CapeCodFarms.com is the Farm Bureau website.
Right.
You can go on that. Well, we really appreciate that you're able to bring something that's competitive, clean, sustainable, in the future. You know,
And help support organizations.
and help us support, able to put on nice things like this and do a little advertising like that.
Absolutely.
Mike, good to have you. Herb. I'm here with Tom from Slow Food Cape Cod. Give us a little info on Slow Food Cape Cod.
Sure. Slow Food Cape Cod is the local organization of a national group called Slow Food, and it's devoted to providing people an experience and a greater understanding of locally produced foods. And so we get together, the local Slow Food Cape Cod group, about half a dozen times a year to do a variety of things around things such as visiting farms. We've helped to create gardens in some of the local schools. And then we do things such as farm-to-table dinners. But we do these things based on our membership and what they want to do.
How big a membership does Cape Cod have?
Well, we have 500 people on our mail list. And depending upon the particular venue that we're doing, we'll have anywhere from 20 to 40 people participate in our events. And we've had up to 200 people come to a farm-to-table dinner that we did in the past.
Now, how can they get a hold of Slow Food Cape Cod?
We have a Facebook page and a website. And if you Google Slow Food Cape Cod, you'll find both of those links. You don't have to be a member of Facebook in order to look at our Facebook page. And that way you can be apprised of the events that we've done in the past, but also you'll be aware of the events that we're doing in the future. You don't have to be a member to attend those events. Let us know. Once you have attended those events, though, I'm sure you want to be a member.
And this is all about buying locally, eating locally, resourcing local foods,
supporting
healthy foods.
That's right. Supporting those local producers of food.
Well, we thank you for doing that on the Cape.
Hey, it's our pleasure.
Thank you. Slow Food Cape Cod. Slow Food Cape Cod. Thank you. Nice seeing you again. Hi, I'm standing here with Wesley Price, founder and president of the Cape Cod Mushroom Club. Give us a little info about mushroom and the Mushroom Club on Cape Cod.
So the Cape Cod Mushroom Club was founded in 2012, and we're looking to inspire, educate, identify, and cultivate. So to speak to that purpose, we're going to be leading a bunch of mushroom walks for conservation trusts, land trusts, trying to speak with schools. I'm going to potentially be working with some of the other farmers here to help them start to cultivate mushrooms, to integrate it into their farms. So that's one of the things we're working on.
What inspired you to do a fungus?
I went back to school in 2004 and got my degree in microbiology.
Nice.
And my ecology was my main interest. I went to UMass, and that's and I studied with Paul Stamets, who is one of the foremost folks in the country as far as cultivation goes, and Paul helped me out a lot as far as what I think about and how I think about it regarding mushrooms.
The go-to man for mushrooms.
Yep.
What varieties of mushrooms grow natively on the Cape?
There are lots of mushrooms that grow natively on the Cape, from boletes to russulas to agaricus. Those are the genus names. There's lots of edibles, lots of inedibles, amanitas. Cape Cod has a very unique ecology, and the mushrooms on the Cape are unique in that respect.
Right. Now, where can they get a hold of you for the Cape Cod Mushroom Club, or to you to consult with farmers or whatever it is?
CapeCodMushroom.org is our website. I also write the Cape Cod Mushroom blog, which is mushroomocean.blogspot.com, and feel free to email me at capecodmushroom@gmail.com. Send me pictures. I'll be happy to help identify. Any questions, I'll be happy to help.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sitting here with a young man from Hyannisport. His name's Ryan Romano, and I want the public to know that as messed up as the world is sometimes, Ryan has reinvigorated my faith in the youth. Ryan, what has drawn you to farming?
Well, I love waking up in the morning and being with the animals and just being in that environment where I can manage and take care of and help raise the animals, and it's nice.
Ryan, you're how old?
16.
And you go to, which school do you go to?
Pope John Paul II High School.
And you're studying to be the Pope?
No. I'm looking into farming or natural resources.
Right. And you have a couple more years to go, and then you're going to go off to college, and you're going to try to come back to the Cape.
Yes.
And farm.
Farm.
Ryan's my hard hand. He helped me out all last summer, and he has reinvigorated the faith in American children. Ryan, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you, Jim.
Standing here with who?
Marie McHugh.
Marie, what did you think of today?
Oh, it was fabulous. There were so many people here. They just rushed the doors before we were even open, and everybody, to a person, wants to buy in their own backyard.
Right.
I mean, if you buy steps from where you live, it's going to taste better. The flavors are fresher. You're supporting the local community. I mean, it's just a win-win situation. And they say you don't even have to read a label because you know the person behind the product.
Right.
It doesn't get better than that.
Marie,
Yes, Jim.
thank you for your
Thanks, Jim. Yeah,
kind words.
congratulations.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, you are?
Chris Joyce.
Chris, what did you think of today?
I loved it. What an overwhelming response. Great amount of people showed up. Thanks to, I think, your organization.
The Harwich Conservation Trust and the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau.
Unbelievable. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
What was the most important thing about today, you think?
Well, I think that it shows their support in more than Harwich, the surrounding towns, for local farms.
Right.
I do.
Right. Thank you for your kind
You're
words.
welcome. Okay.
Bye.
Thanks. Does it-
So what was your opinion of the day?
I think it was absolutely phenomenal. Anytime you can get together and bring people from Cape Cod together to buy local and buy fresh is fantastic. And meeting all the people that are the producers was just a great experience. I really enjoyed myself and appreciate the opportunity to participate. Really, it's really great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're just going to say, Rose, so is this your fourth one that you've attended?
Yes, I've been to all of them.
Right. Why don't you tell us how today went?
This was fantastic. It really was. I mean, from before the starting time, we had people lined up waiting to get in. And I think all the vendors did well that were here. They were and somebody's ready to go home.
Yep.
So, no, it was a great afternoon.
Thank you, Rose.
You're entirely welcome.
As president of the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau, we are our parent is Massachusetts Farm Bureau Federation. Today has been a very successful day. I would say anywhere between 400 to 500 people have come through to meet and greet the local farmer. The Cape and Islands Farm Bureau is adamantly at a point to help these local farmers be able to increase their production, get through the regulatory process, able to advise them in the direction that needs to be taken, because we do live in different times where we need to be conscious of our neighbors, we need to be conscious of a whole gamut of health issues, good agricultural practices. And I thank all of the farmers that came here today and all the other resources that showed up. Buy Fresh, Buy Local. We've had a couple nice book authors. We've had some jelly girls from Cranberry Harvest who buy all their cranberries locally, and the Cape Cod Salt Works. So again, I'm happy to say that we've concluded another episode of Meet the Cape Cod Farmers. Before I go, I would like to tell you, get fresh, get local, buy fresh, buy local. But most of all this summer when you're around, get fresh with one of the local farmers. Thank you for coming thank you for allowing us to come into your home.